This video will demonstrate the proper way to upgrade to Service Pack 3 for System Integrator 5.5. The first time you become aware of the Service Pack 3 release for SI5 may be when you open the SI5 client on your machine. Depending on how you've set up your automatic updates, you may have actually disabled this at some point. If you haven't, you'll probably get a prompt just like this when you open the client. Now, what you're going to want to do here is absolutely cancel out of this. You do not want to update your SI5 client until you've updated your SI5 server. You can always call back this update prompt again and actually manually go search for updates once you're aware of them after you've updated your SI5 server. So go ahead and click cancel on that prompt. Now in this example, I happen to be running the SI5 server on the same machine as my client. Many of you are doing the same thing. When you installed System Integrator 5, it may have installed both the server and the client on your actual server machine, and that's the case here. Of course, the rest of your machines would not have a server installed on them, just be the clients. And again, you're going to want to make sure you cancel all updates to Service Pack 3 until you've updated the server. So first thing I'm going to do is close the client, just completely close out of that. And I'm going to go ahead and launch the server administration console. Now again, you may have to go to another machine if your server's on another machine. Go ahead and launch your SI5.5 server administration console. Go ahead and log in here. And you're going to want to come immediately here to the Manage tab, and you're going to do a backup of your server. Now when you click the backup button here, notice this prompt. You have to check this box in order to even proceed here. We highly recommend you pay attention to this. It's prompting you to make sure that all projects have been checked in and all users have been logged off. Basically that the SI5.5 clients are closed on every single machine. Now, on a client, you're going to want to go to your Projects tab and check the server view. Just make sure that every user has checked in their projects. Now, you may have some SI5 users that have created a project locally and never checked in that project, so the server's not aware of it. You're going to want to go ahead and, again, make sure that you've checked in every single project on every local machine, and then close the software so that you are logged out of the client. Once that's done, check the box and hit Continue. And all you're going to be prompted to do here is browse to a location where we're going to create the backup zip file. So just pick a location, click the backup server function, and it will create a zip file, making sure that your 5.5 server data is backed up. And that's going to back up your projects, your user information, as well as all of your product data. Go ahead and close out of this. Now once the backup is complete, what you're going to want to do is on your SI5 server machine, check for updates. There are two separate updates. There's a server update for Service Pack 3 and there is a client update. Now depending on when you installed SI5, you may see one or two things out here. When you go to the All Programs D-Tools menu, you may see just one option that says check for updates. That's the same prompt you'll see on just your client machines as well. If you have older builds on this machine, meaning you installed prior to Service Pack 2, you may see both of these, and that's the case here. I have an actual separate check for server updates and then a check for updates for the client. So in my case, I'm going to choose check for server updates, and it's going to go out and find that SP3 is available for the System Integrator server. Notice this. And again, we give you the notification down here. Prior to proceeding, you're going to want to stop. You're going to want to make sure that all projects are checked in, all users are logged off, again, before proceeding here. So once you've verified all that, go ahead and click Next, and that's going to download the server update. And once it downloads, it's going to automatically install based on this setting here, meaning it's going to pull up a wizard, and we'll walk you through that as well. And here you can see the System Integrator 5.5 server setup wizard. Go ahead and click Next on this. Again, we're going to give you information regarding this update, that it's non-reversible, that you need to have a backup. See all this stuff in red here? It's important that you actually read these, even though I've warned you many times now. Go ahead and get that backup done before proceeding. Again, just to avoid any potential issues. Just click Next. It'll choose your default location here. I'm going to choose Next, accept the terms of agreement. Feel free to read the terms of agreement here, and then click Install. And this is going to go ahead and install the server components. Once the server components have been installed, go ahead and click the Finish button here. Now you're going to get this Run As prompt here. Do not make any changes to this form. Simply click the OK button. And now what's going to open is the SI5.5 Server Configuration Wizard, or the SCW. As you can see here, it's showing my port, my server name, as well as my server projects and product folder. And these are just showing you where your current install is, and this is going to go ahead and reconfigure this for Service Pack 3. Just go ahead and click Next on this. It's going to install your SI5.5 database schemas, and once done, go ahead and click Finish. And that completes your server update to Service Pack 3. Now, on all of your clients, you're going to want to go ahead and initiate the update as well. So, on this particular machine, as I pointed out earlier, I have separate installs here. It wasn't our express install, so I actually have to come here and check for updates on this machine. And this is exactly what you would do on all of your other client machines. Go to Start, All Programs, DTools, check for updates. And as you can see, an update was found to System Integrator 5.5. It is Service Pack 3. Notice that it's slightly larger than the server install. Go ahead and click Next, and as soon as it's done downloading, the install wizard for the client will open, and follow similar instructions for installing the server. Just follow the wizard. Next, next, I accept, install.